We spent all day here. It's actually about 5:30 p.m. believe it or not. I spent the day showering, editing and uploading the last video that went live less than an hour ago. I recommend you checking it out if you haven't already. It's how I got to this beautiful place with all these beautiful trees behind me. And not only that, but I'm up in northern Minnesota, and that's the Mississippi River. So that's a pretty cool spot to stay. Van's right here. This is actually more of like a turnaround spot, but there's just enough room for me to kind of squeeze over here, and I've already had a couple cars drive by me today, so I feel pretty good about the situation. We're about to get out of here and move on to the next spot. The plan tonight is to get all the way to Wisconsin. We're going to go just inside of Wisconsin. I think it's near Duluth, Minnesota, and then on the other side is a different city in Wisconsin. We're going to get moving. Winter has given up on life here. Oh, nope, she's back. She's back. Gonna have to check her for ticks. It's been a constant process. I stopped counting at 30 ticks off of her, and I stopped counting at 10 off of me. These little buggers are something I never expected. I thought I'd have one or two here and there, but to be counting in tens and dozens of them is getting pretty ridiculous. So I guess that's just our life for the next few weeks. I learned that Lyme disease and other diseases that ticks transfer are not transferred until about 24 hours after they bite you. So you do have time to get them off. So checking every day, multiple times a day, is probably going to be my standard operating procedure until it becomes cold or I get out of tick territory. I think it's time for me to stop talking and let's get out of here. Come on, load up. Oh, the door's locked. Hopefully you can hear me over these diesel trucks. I can't actually really hear myself, but I've never seen a DEF container that's actually insulated. I thought that was kind of funny. For those of you that aren't diesel owners, the DEF is the diesel exhaust fluid, and it's supposed to reduce the emissions from diesel vehicles. It's debatable whether it does that, but the government requires it on all diesel vehicles made after a certain year, and my van definitely is one of those. So old Gertie has to have DEF put in at the same time, or not at the same time, DEF put in every few thousand miles, and it actually goes right in the front here. So I have to pop the hood, pull off this cap, which I got to remember to put back on when I'm done, and then it just goes in there. I don't even think he fueled up, but at least you can hear me now. So yeah, I have to fill up the DEF, and I thought it was pretty funny to have this little insulated thing, because diesel also will freeze or gel which causes a lot of issues. But normally in these northern states, I don't have to worry about it so much because there's additives in the fuel already. But there's also additives that you can add to it, but I haven't had any freezing issues as long as I fuel up north before I hit freezing temperatures. Actually, another thing interesting about diesel is if you go to these pumps that are set up for trucks, you gotta look, if you've never had it, if they're like really thick nozzles, then that one is set up for really big tanks and it fills really fast. I have it on the slowest setting so it doesn't overflow, but there's a good chance it probably will anyways. Alright, this one shut off. It looks like some got out though. There's always a dribble, but we did okay there. Oh yeah, that was a big splash. I'm gonna get out of here and get back on the road, and I'll see you when I stop. Well, after about 2.5 hours of driving, we have made it. We actually ended up staying in Duluth. As I was driving towards the Superior Walmart, I spotted a rest area and came up here. There is a sign that says private vehicles can only stay for 4 hours, but I checked iOverlander and it's listed as a spot that nobody seems to care if you stay for a little bit longer. I got in about 9 o'clock or so. It's almost 10 now. I think I should be fine to stay at least until 6. But I'll probably stay until about 8 and then I'll push on. Got some food in me, got the dog walked, and also checked out the view. There's a really good view of, I believe, Duluth. It's hard to tell in the dark. But I'm up on a hill, so I was able to see it, so that turned out really pretty. But I'm pretty tired, and it's definitely time to get some sleep. It looks like I'll probably have a relatively early morning, and since I got so much done today, getting my shower and getting groomed properly, and a few other things like editing and uploading a video, etc., I'm in a good spot to start early tomorrow and get a good night's rest tonight. Pick you back up in the morning.
The air is getting heavy to breathe. How are you pulling closer to me? Every detail burned into my mind. The stars in your eyes, the way you hold me like I was lost, like you would pay whatever the cost. All the candles close to fading now. Happens every summer. Things are moving slow, and time to unwind only gives me time to spend alone.